know that there are over 4,400 global monthly searches for the keyword how to conduct an interview? Hi, I'm Margot Baill, Hireology's Product Development Director, and welcome to today's Fridays in the Lab. As surprising as it may be, 90% of managers aren't trained on how to hire. Without a proven process for hiring great people, you could be hiring the wrong person every single time. Well, now it's time to take control of your interviewing process. Grab a notebook, take a seat, and get ready to learn how to conduct an interview in 4 easy steps. Step 1, think about the job. Sarah Kessler from Inc.com recently wrote an article about the importance of thinking about the job before deciding which traits you'll look for in a candidate, and we couldn't agree more. Look at your current employees and make a list of what makes them successful in their position. This narrows down the candidate pool to those who share similar characteristics with the most successful employees in the job you're hiring for. Okay, on to step 2. Develop an interview guide. The questions asked during an interview are key to finding the most effective candidate, but sometimes deciding upon which questions to ask is easier said than done. I like to ask questions based on the most important tasks for the position, or the competencies required to accomplish those tasks. When forming questions based on the tasks of the position, a good way to start is by saying, tell me about a time when you blank, blank, blank. If you're hiring a sales manager and the job calls for making cold calls, you might ask the candidate, tell me about a time when you had to make cold calls. On the other hand, you can focus your questions on the competencies required to accomplish the tasks by looking at the top performers in the company. Then just turn the behaviors you're looking for into competencies. For example, if your top sales performer stays late to get extra work done, you could ask your job candidates, describe a time that best demonstrates your persistence and determination. Moving right along to step 3. Grab a buddy and interview together. The most common interviewing mistake managers make is interviewing alone. It's not the easiest thing to schedule, but I guarantee it will produce the better results. Of course, you want to be present and genuinely listen to your candidate, but it's hard while you're trying to judge the likelihood of the candidate's success within the company. It's nearly impossible to successfully play both parts at one time, which is why having 2 interviewers in the room is ideal. While one does the talking, the other does the assessing, and vice versa. This way, your notes will be better, your candidate will provide more insightful information, and your scoring will be more accurate. We're already on to the final step for how to conduct an interview. Step 4, score the interviews. It's important to score each interview rather than rely on your gut feeling. This way, you'll have a quantifiable reason to hire them. To keep scoring accurate, make sure you're asking each candidate the same questions. Finally, make sure that you score each interview immediately after the candidate leaves so it's still fresh in your mind. If you don't have a scoring tool for interviewing, you can start your free trial of Hireology here. I'll be the first to admit that hiring is hard, but fixing your interview process will make it a whole lot easier. Just follow the step we covered today and start selecting the right candidates for the job. See you next week for Fridays in the Lab with Hireology.